Ernie, what's master?
Hi, Walter.
How are you?
Good.
How many kids arrived in Israel? Everybody okay?
Kids arrived, everything fine.
Where are they living?
They live in Ranana.
Nice. You know whereabouts?
I'll be able to tell you their address. I mean, they'll send them to me. Susie? Sue? Do you know where in Ranana they live? Where in Ranana do they live?
They live very close to that shul.
Which shul?
Give me the name.
They live close to a shul.
You know how many schools there are?
No, it's not the shul, it's not the shtibel, but they loved the shtibel. Ohel Ari.
Yeah. Larry. Yes, okay.
They live
think-
within like 5 minutes.
I think that Joy Volt's parents go to Larry.
Yeah, it's fine. They live 5 minutes from Ohel Ari.
Yeah, so that's near Moshe also. It's fine.
Yeah, that area.
Nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Hello.
Hi, Mario. So we are on Lamed Daled, Amid Aleph. Tomorrow, can we learn at 8 in the morning? Does that work?
For me, okay.
Walter, does that work for you?
Perfect tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, because I have an issue with tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Perfect.
So we're asked the question, how come when the Ganef stole a sheep and shechted and asked the shaliach to do it, and the Rabbanan said potter, so why should it be potter? The guy who shechted it is not the guy who gets the punishment. The guy who shechted it gets the punishment. So the Ganef should pay the knas. So the Gemara says, Rab Shimon Damar Shchita Shein Ruya Lo Shma Shchita. A shchita that you can't eat from the meat, can't eat from the meat is not considered a shchita. So this doesn't trigger the knas of the 4 and 5. Fine. So a animal designated for avodah zarah, if you shecht, you can't eat it. And this shor niskal is asr ba'no. You can't eat it. And a shchita Shabbos is not a shchita she'ena ruya. Shchita ruya, it's not. Hashoichet b'Shabbos of Yom Kippur aval pishim eschayv v'nafsho. Even though he gets killed or he gets kares, shchita so kshera. There's nothing wrong with the shchita. So the shaila is, it's a shchita ruya. He asked the shaliach to do it. So the guy who ganefed it should have to pay because there's no kimlem and rabbi because he's not the one getting the punishment for the shchita on Shabbos. And for the Gemara, several look Rav Yochanan Sandler. The Tanya, Mavashel b'Shabbos, somebody cooks on Shabbos. So b'shogeg, if you didn't know it was osir, then yoichel, then you can eat it. B'mezid lo yoichel div Rab Meir. Rav Yiramer b'shogeg yoichel motzei Shabbos. You can't, even b'shogeg, you can't eat it right away. You have to wait till motzei Shabbos. B'mezid lo yoichel oilamis. If you did cooked on Shabbos, b'mezid can never be eaten. Rav Yochanan Sandler Omer b'shogeg yoichel motzei Shabbos lacherim. He also can't eat it b'shogeg. Other people can eat it. V'lo. B'mezid lo yachel olamis. Lo v'lo acherim. Nobody can eat it. My time, Rav Yochanan Sandler. So we see if he did it b'mezid, he's knast. It's not a shchita ru'ui. He's not able to eat it. Where did Rav Yochanan learn this? K'dedor Rav Chia apischa debei nesia. Ushmartem es haShabbos ki kodesh hilachem. Ma kodesh osir b'achila. Hegdish is osir b'achila. Ma'aser Shabbos osir b'achila. So things that are made on Shabbos are also osir b'achila. Ma kodesh osir b'ano. Ma'aser Shabbos osir b'ano. Maybe it'll be osir b'ano as well. No, you could have a no. Yachal afilu b'shogeg. You must only b'mezid if you do something that's osir. B'mezid amarti l'chav lo b'shogeg. Pligi b'ravach ravina chadam b'maiser Shabbos d'oraisa. That which you do on Shabbos, we say is osir, b'mezid. It's osir midaraisa. Chadam adrabon. Madam adraisa kidamar, like we learned from a pasuk. Madam adrabon. Amar kra. Kodesh he kodesh. Only Hegdish has that din. Ein masek kodesh. But the Meiser Shabbos is not. Really, in Torah you could eat it. It's only Rabbanon that say you can't. Madam adrabon. My time adrabon patri. We're back to the question. The one who says that on Ma'aser Shabbos it's also medivrei chachamim, not min Torah. So how come there were chachamim that pattered the person who was gonav and tovach on Shabbos? If you don't get punished midaraisa. So kiko patri rabbanan hasha'ara. In fact, it's only on shor niskal and shoichet avodah zarah. But shechting on Shabbos would not. You would have to pay for any damages. Okay. Now the Gemara has another question. Toivech lavodah zarah, kiven deshachat beporta itzerle. The moment he made a nick in the neck of the skin of the neck, it already becomes osir as a avodah zarah, so it doesn't belong to anybody. So idich ki kotavach loved the mari kotavach. So when he shecht, he didn't shecht something that belonged to somebody else. He made it tonight. He said, I want to worship the animal at the end of the shechita. So therefore, at the end, everything happens at one time. He becomes a ganef, And he does the tvicha and he does the avodah zarah all at the same time. Then the Gemara asks, Shor Niskal lavdi dehu de kotavachi. Shor Niskal is also banot. Doesn't belong to anybody. It's like afra ba'alma. So when he shechts, he's not shechting from somebody else. Why should he pay 4 or 5? Amar Rabbi Achmazkin kon shemasra l'shoimer. The Bailim gave the cow to a shoimer. And the shore did damage when it was by the shoimer. The nigmar dina b'bei shoimer. And the Gemar din in Bezdin was at the house of the shoimer. And then Ugnavo Ganav mi beis shoimer. The Ganav didn't steal it from the Bailim, but from the shoimer. Rab Meir, Savalak Rab Yaakov, Savalak Rab Shimon. Savalak Rab Yaakov, Damar Af Mishanik Mardino, Echzir Shomer L'Bailav Moser. So the shoimer has to give it back to the original owners. Now, if it's once it has a Gemar Din as a Shor Niskal, it's not worth anything. However, Rabbi Yaakov holds if the shoimer returns it, it's returned, even though it's not worth anything. But the server like Rabbi Shimon, the over davar agorim lamam and kim and dami. So even though it doesn't have any worth, its loss, right? The Shor Niskal doesn't have any worth. But if he shechted it, the shomer can't return it and be off the hook of paying back the bailim. So it's a combination of Rabbi Yaakov and Rabbi Shimon. Why by the Shor Niskal it's considered that it's considered mammon. It's not considered like it doesn't belong to somebody because we're talking about the shomer. Previously, we tried to famfer up that the reason why the guy has to pay tashlumim is because the shaliach shechted it. So, however, the Gemara now says he shechted it himself. Rab Meir says, "Loike u'mishalim islay." He holds that you can get malchus and pay. Mesu mishalim Leslie, but to be given the death penalty, then you don't pay. Shiny honey. The chidushu shechitcha Torah biknas. That afal gav de miktel mishalim. Ba'al Ma Rashi says, "B'tashlum imam and Leslie mesu mishalim." Normally, there is no being put to death and you have to pay. Here, the special din of tashlume arba v'chamish is a knas, and the knas is a chidush. Even though normally here there's a special chiyuv. That the afal gav de miktel mishalim, that even though he's put to death, he has to pay. Vaz Rabba l'tamei damar Rabba, hayigdi gonuv lo. He already had stole the goat 2 weeks ago. Comes Shabbos, he shechts it. Chayiv. There you chayiv to pay the 4 or 5. Because Shekvan is chayiv b'gneiv according to Shavlo Day Yisur Shabbos. They happened at a different time. Gonav v'tovach b'Shabbos. We did everything on Shabbos Potter. Shem ein gneiva ein tvicha ve'en mechira. The gneiva goes along with the tvicha the mechira. V'amar Rabbi Hayigdi gonav lot. Person stole a goat 2 weeks ago. Then he shechts it in a tunnel. You know, normally, if you're in a tunnel, going in to tunnel into you're chayiv, you can be put to death. So normally we would say you wouldn't have to pay and be put to death. But since the stealing happened before he went into the machteres, chayiv. Shekvar is chayiv b'gneiv according to Shavlo Day Yisur machteres. However, ganav v'tovach b'machteres, if he's tunneling in, where he's a barkatela, and then he shechts, and he stole potter. Now, why do I need both cases? Tricha. Yashmin and Shabbos, Mishum Disur Isur Oilam. Shabbos is always Asr. Aval b'machteres. A machteres is only Asr when he tunnels in. The Isur Shahu. Amalo. Maybe we wouldn't say that he's chayiv to pay. Yashmin machteres, Mishum machteres Zui Asra also. You don't need Asra. Digging the tunnel is your Asra. Well, Shabbos to be Asra. You need Asra on Shabbos, Amalo. So may I would think that he wouldn't be potter. Tzricha. Amrav Papa. Haisa par gnuvalo. He had stolen a para. Utfacha b'Shabbos. He shechted on Shabbos. He's chayiv because the gneva occurred at a different time. Shekvar nischayiv gneva according to Shevel days for Shabbos. Haisa par she'ulalo. If the para had been loaned to him, utfacha b'Shabbos, and he shechted it on Shabbos, potter. He doesn't have to pay back the money of the para. I mean, we already heard the din about a goat. What's special about a cow? The chiddush is by borrowing. When you're a bower, the moment you pull the cow into your rishus, you're chayiv in the mizonos of the para. So maybe we'll say chanami misha sheil is chayiv be'onsa. It becomes like his kinyan. He's chayiv in the onsin. Even if he shechted it on Shabbos, he's chayiv because of the time he borrowed it. So kamash malan that the chiyuv onsin is only at the time of the oinus. And so it happens on Shabbos, he's potter. Amar Rava. Father left in his estate a borrowed cow. The sons can use it for the period of borrowing. This chus that the father had of borrowing, it continues even after his death. However, the responsibility is not there. Mesa ain't chayavin be'oinsa. They're not chayiv in oinsin. However, kisforn shalaviyam yutvachu v'chalua. If they thought that it was his father's and they shechted it and ate it, mishalman b'nei basar b'zol. They pay what the market rate for meat is, what they benefited, not the whole nezek. But if the father stipulated that the sons will have achrayas, chayovin l'shalim, then they have to pay full damage. Some learn it on the Resha, and some learn it on the Seifa. The one who learns it on the Resha, that when he has achrayas nechasim, he's chayav b'choloinus. So certainly on the Seifa, if they shechted it themselves. Upligid Rav Papa. Umad Masla Seifa for Resha Lo. I had Rav Papa. That would be the same thing as Rav Papa. Now, Rabbi Yochanan didn't hold like Reish Lakish, who explained our Mishnah according to Rav Meir about Loike or Mishalim. Bishop Rav Yochanan Amar Reish Lakish to come mokim like Rabbana. He's holding like the Chachamim, and he would rather learn a Stam Mishnah like the Chachamim. Ela Reish Lakish my time along with Rav Yochanan. So why didn't Reish Lakish learn like Rav Yochanan? Armel Chakivan de Ilu Asru Bei Potter, Kilo Asru Bei Nami Potter. A new concept. If they would have given us straw, and therefore it could have led to a death penalty, you'd be Potter from Tashlumim. So even if they were not Masriyahim, it's also Potter. Also Tamayim. And they're consistent. Asru Avdimi Omar. Chayve Mises Shoygin. Chayve Malkis Shoygin, V'dover Acher. If the person is Chayv Misa B'shogeg, not B'mezid, or Malkis B'shogeg, and he has a monetary nezek, Rabbi Yochanan Chayv. because it's only b'mezid if you're going to be put to death or get malchus that it potters you. Here you did a b'shogeg. Reish Lakish Omer does make a difference. In every case, potter. Rabbi Yochanan Chayev da'alo asrubei. By being a shogeg, there's no asra. So if there's no asra, there's no possibility of being punished with corporal punishment. Therefore, you have to pay the damages. Reish Lakish Omer potter. Even the ilu asrubei potter. He bases that on if they would have given him asra, he would have been potter. So kilo asrubei nami potter. So then, in these cases where he didn't have a straw, he also wouldn't have to pay. That means if the woman doesn't die, and he had struck her as a pregnant woman and she had an abortion, then he has to pay the value of the vladis. Okay, and we'll learn what the din of this is tomorrow. So we'll learn tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow 8 o'clock.
AM.
Tomorrow 8 a.m.
Shkoyach, Ernie.
Go everybody.
Okay, be well. Mario, was machst du?
Yeah. Okay,
How are
and you?
Good. That Yiddish thing you sent me was fabulous.
Was good, huh?
Oh, that was good. That was good.
And it has some of the way you speak also.
Yeah, I know. I sent that all over the world. It was fabulous.
It was good.
Yeah, really good. Thank you for sharing with me.
You're welcome.
How is Anna?